Well, for the first time in 50 days, deputies investigating the Stockton mass shooting released photos of two vehicles that they believe are linked to the attack. The images were made public over the weekend and could be critical in this investigation. ABC 10's Gabriel Porras has also been following this story for weeks now and shares some updates on how the victims are doing and why investigators may be releasing these photos now.
On that dark November night where 4 people were killed and 13 others were injured, investigators now say these 2 cars were somehow involved.
This revitalizes the case. This brings new media attention, new interest.
These images mark the first public lead investigators have released, and former San Joaquin County District Attorney Tori Verber Salazar says that may be intentional.
From an investigator standpoint, why would they release these now?
Because you need to move this case. You need to shake it up. It'll go stale fast. And, other cases come along, detectives get busy, other shootings happen, things keep moving. And so it's hard to keep putting the enormous amount of resources that they put towards this case without seeing some progress.
Earlier this month, the sheriff said investigators had received more than 6,000 hours of video in the case. His office has not confirmed whether these newly released photos came from that footage.
They just need a break. Somebody's going to recognize this vehicle and said, my neighbor drives that car. Or I've seen, that night I saw my neighbor speed down the street. It'll start to put the pieces together.
As law enforcement pieces the puzzle, the victims
people are having flashbacks, a lot of anxiety.
Are focused on healing.
People are surrounded with family, friends, and then you have, funeral services, and that huge initial support begins to decrease. And so sometimes family members feel somewhat isolated.
Therapist and social worker Alicia Harrison is now helping victims through that. Her nonprofit is offering services to several mass shooting victims who now, almost 2 months later, still don't have justice.
As we know, the legal system does not move fast, and I know that, personally, that this can be very frustrating.
Investigators hope these new images can shed more light on that dark night.
I think it's so important that the community knows law enforcement's close. Okay, so it's time to come forward.
In Stockton, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
And of course, anyone with information can call Stockton Crime Stoppers, or you can also contact the sheriff's office.